Welcome. This is a bit of a different video to what I'm used to, but today we're going to be looking at a game I found when I was a teen and rediscovered as an adult. A game that has captivated me over hundreds of hours, one that has taught me so much. Adventure as I wage through the Commonwealth, dying many times, and to learn more about game design and study for a future secret upcoming project. In this episode I will be conquering Concord and taking on the Corvega assembly plant. Alongside that we'll also be discussing the game itself. Now, Fallout 4 is contentious, to say the least. It was at least quite poorly received on initial release, and a lot of that has to do with the opening. And look, I'm not going to say I 100% agree with it, but I don't 100% hate it, though I do think it probably should have been presented a bit more like this.
Cryogenic array. Most residents must vacate immediately.
I got it. The boy, go. I'm only going to tell you once. I'm not giving you time!
Come on.
Cryogenic
Oh,
array.
God. I'll find who did this. And I'll get Sean back. I promise.
At least we still have the backup.
If you leave the full details of Sean's kidnapping vague, I think it's better if you find that out when you go to the memory den for the first time, whether it's by your intuition or by Nick Valentine's request. I feel like that was a missed opportunity, at least to have the player find out in a more organic way. Missed opportunities aside, let's look at what the game actually is. Genuinely, this opening vault is flawless in my opinion, and Kellogg is a fantastic foe for the introduction of the game, really gets you in the mindset. But after exploring, I rack up my first kills and continue on through the vault. Continue on through the presumably power supply of the vault, and I just gotta say, the way that this game trickles out information, I just think is absolutely spot on, especially in this introductory segment. Just the way that it flawlessly introduces you to each aspect of the game just through this very, very concise and quick vault. But yes, I continue on through here after gathering up some yummy food for later, and then after that I'm gonna head on through here and pick up the 10mm, which will lead to my first gunfight in due time. I guess less gunfight and more shoot at rad roaches. Continuing past and discovering you can use that before getting the Pip-Boy, which, you know, after looking through the footage, it literally tells you, but, yep, I didn't know this. I get my Pip-Pad and leave the vault with haste. As I said earlier, I think the game does a really good job of introducing the player to the mechanics and the world. Where my problems come in is just after.
Vault door cycling sequence initiated.
Now, this is how long it took for me to end up without notifications. Absolutely bombarded. Like, that's how far away I got from the vault before they stopped. But yes, so I've got my early game grind that I'm going to start working through here. And look, this is definitely one of my bigger issues of the game, is that it absolutely shoehorns you into a very teeny tiny part of the game that essentially forces you into the Deathclaw fight. I think that happens way too early. I don't even hate the idea of it happening, but I just think that there should have been more things to do before you have to go there. After some early game grinding, I got my gear together and picked up a stranger, we'll get into him later, and I decided now is the time to run in and take on the Deathclaw. This was a failed attempt, in fact, but I will let you enjoy it. Something I don't see Fallout 4 getting appreciated for enough is its gunplay. I thoroughly enjoy its bombastic style, and once you layer on a few mods like I have, it becomes extremely quick. Because I've got a balancing mod which makes headshots absolutely deadly, but not only for the NPCs, but for myself as well. But yeah, in saying that, I wanted to, you know, give Fallout 4 a little pat on the back. You've got some good gunplay there, even at the base of it, you know. But I'll let you see here. I completely forgot how low level I was and got way too close. But I will let you enjoy the successful attempt in full.
just get the hell out of here. We got no reason to hang around and get shot.
Get some!
Come on, man.
I don't know who you are, but your timing's impeccable. Preston Garvin, Commonwealth Minuteman.
Up here. Boss, we got somebody up here.
Why don't you get down here? Show me that fence. We got incoming! Not a lot of people could get past my boys. I give you that!
Heads up, Raiders!
That's how it's done.
That was... I mean, you just took down a death claw. Color me impressed. All the sound from our firefight must have lured the blast thing out.
What about them folks, the raiders trapped inside the museum? Did you manage to help them?
Yes, very good point, Mr. Stranger Man. Don't know who that guy is. So I purchased a backpack from this lady real quick because on the successful run I did not do it prior. And I will take this quick moment to appreciate the Sim Settlement 2 mod, which is where the stranger, who will come to know as Jake in time. Fantastic mod. I'll probably drop my whole mod load order, but that one's my probably highest recommendation alongside the headshot balancing mod. So I also, in this playthrough, discovered that if you build up Sanctuary prior to interacting with Conquered and build a recruitment beacon, he will actually show up and assist you in the Deathclaw fight, which I thought was very fun. So I'm over here now, fixing up Sanctuary so that Sturgis gets off my ass. But I figured now would be a fantastic time to talk about my intentions with this playthrough. So I would like to study the early game for a mod that I'm working on. Surprise, a big announcement, I'm working on a mod. I would like it to occupy the niche that I was talking about earlier. I wanted to give you a couple hours of gameplay before you know, head into Concord, something that you can run into fairly early. But beyond that, in doing this whole thing, I want to gain a deeper understanding of game design in general, and honestly, to complete the game fully for the first time. Despite the hundreds of hours that I've played in Fallout, I've never actually finished a campaign, so I want to do that, and if you want to see that, let me know. So after I've finished tinkering with Sanctuary for a little bit, I head out, and the game takes on this eerie tone, but I just wanted you to experience this in full, this truly unsettling moment.
That's what I saw today. A real-life kitty. Seems there's quite a few here in Commonwealth. Maybe you should ask around and find one for you. You could keep it as a pet. That looks like you're still around these parts. I've been keeping track of all the caravans. There's been no mention of anyone working around things in the sky as passage on the Commonwealth. I've been keeping track of all the caravans. There's been no mention of anyone working around things in the sky booking passage on the Commonwealth. So I guess you're still out there. It's alright. Alright, it's almost time for you to go to bed. So I'm sure not. Sleep tight, sweetheart. I love you. Sweet dreams.
Got it.
This has been a pre-recorded message. Message repeats in 3 seconds.
Now, I do believe that this is with the assistance of the Sim Settlements 2 mod. I don't know for sure, but that sounds suspiciously like the Stranger / Jake. But this tone works brilliantly because it's just it's such drawn out tension and kind of half hearing things, and Fallout 4 just has this beautiful ability to build up this eerie tone as you're scavenging for scrap and looking for mission points, and then everything comes together to just create this truly unsettling time. And weirdly enough, I actually think that the game is better without the music. I honestly found that while I was recording. It's scarier, just when you let the gameplay, with the game ambience, do its thing. I do wish that it had the restraint to play less music in the base game. But essentially, this is also one of those things that in survival, oh my god, the tone, every creature can destroy you in a second, and that includes like rad roaches and the flies, the big flies in this game. Oh my god, survival, terrifying. Like, the game then draws you in with loot into these creepier and creepier locations, and you know, sometimes you have to use out-of-the-box thinking. I have no idea how you're actually meant to get this loot, but hey, lateral thinking, I guess. I love Fallout 4 for its ability to sidetrack you and then BAH! Radroach! At times genuinely scaring the shit out of me. Especially with feral ghouls. After you run and gun and you come back home, you get to work on your little settlement. You get to take your scraps, your earnings of your journey, and you get to put it into whatever you seek. I like to try to give weapons to my little commune, make sure they're nice and well armed. And, like, I think this is genuinely what makes Fallout special. Because you go from a gunfight, and then after that gunfight, you do a bit of scrap, and then after that bit of scrap, you go back to your base, and then you do something creative, and then you find a thing that you want to do, and you're like, oh my god, I need more resources. So you go out, look for more resources, get into a gunfight, steal a bunch of stuff, go back, do some scrapping, and continue working on your stuff. And the loop continues. It is a fantastic gameplay loop in my opinion. But look, aside from this, playing survival in my Jesus, I'm 20. But playing the survival mode in the time that I did was so pivotal for me because, look, I don't want to get too personal because blah 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 YouTube stuff, but I was struggling to eat for a time, and you can probably see that in the pond video. I'm a bit too skinny, but then, you know, all of a sudden during the pickup, I'm a bit healthier looking. But, you know, to be cheesy about it, because it is a little bit cheesy, the constant reminder to eat in Fallout 4 helped me to regain that habit. Wild. And look, there's someone fucking doing construction next door despite the fact that it's pissing down rain all day. Getting emotional over here. But whatever, look, hey. You live and you learn. And sometimes you learn from very strange sources. And look, I've cut out a lot from this video, but this montage is a snippet of what I couldn't show in full for pacing. And after this montage, I will allow some gameplay to just play out in full, no commentary. Fallout 4 is a special game to me, and I honestly don't know why I've never finished it. So, follow along on this journey, for this is only part 1. After losing Codsworth to a pack of feral ghouls, I make a daring attempt at the Corvega assembly plant, but die tragically. As I matured, Fallout taught me many things. How to be resourceful, how to be resilient, and more relevant than ever in today's rocky landscape, to say the least, it taught me that war never changes. A night of camping saved the run, and I tried again. comment, subscribe. Seriously, if you like this and you want to see more, I'm gonna have you let me know. I don't know. I'm screaming into the void right now. Sitting in my room with a microphone, a Coca-Cola can. Actually, speaking of which.